Jai Guruji, Jai Mahakali. So I'm starting the Astro Tarot readings for the month of July. Today is 28th of June and we'll start with our Aries ascendant. So Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising. Let's see what do we have got for the sign of Aries. A moment. Let me shuffle that. Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising sign. This is for the month of July 2025. Let's see what's the energy look like. Aries, the first message that I'm seeing is that I want you to be careful, as I'm seeing that there could be a situation where someone could be stealing something from you. They may be stealing your money, or they may be asking for money. They may come to you and say that they are in some trouble and that they expect you to help them, and if you help them, I'm seeing that they are going to run away with that. What I'm trying to say is, no matter how you help them in any form, in any by any means or in any form of resources, mostly what I'm feeling is that you may be helping them with money, but then you may not be getting that. So let's be careful in the month of July when you come across such situation where someone is asking you to support them. I'm also seeing that there is another group where I'm seeing some sort of trickery and deception being at play, which means that if you are in a relationship or if you are in a work situation, then someone may not have your best interests, and then they may be stealing some information from you, or they may be hiding something from you which you may not be aware of. And I'm seeing someone may be stalking through your social media, through your channels, your messages, texts, phone calls. So be aware. Again, the month of July is asking you to be cautious, and your angels, guides and spirits are wanting you to be wary of the people around you whom you trust and how you support them with respect to resources. I'm seeing some of you may be waiting for the results to come in, which means that if it's a job situation, you may have been interviewed, you may have prepared well, and then you appeared for those round of interviews, but then the results have not come in yet, and then you are in that waiting energy is what I'm seeing. You have sown the seeds, but then the fruits of labor are yet to arrive. Number 7 could be important for you. 7 also belongs to July, and this is the reading for the month of July. So if you have been waiting for these results for quite some time, let's say last 7 weeks to 7 months, then July could be that month where you could see those results coming in. Okay, that's the energy for the other group that I'm seeing. Okay, so I want you to be careful with respect to the communication, how you communicate with people or with respect to your teams. um, the communication should be clear and crisp. Let's not try to manipulate with your communication. If you have to communicate some message or a decision, or let's say a project, to your team or to the interdepartment teams, then let's be straight and let's be crystal clear with what you are expecting, how you are going to do that, and what is your expectation from each of the project team members as well. Um, let's take a couple of oracle and then see the guidance for you for the month of July. Let's take a psychic card as well. I've done a good shuffle of these decks earlier, so just to be cautious of the time. Let's take a message from your ancestors. Last one, let's take a message from the moon. I hope these cards are visible to you. Trying to make sure that you get the best view of these cards. That's why I try to change the settings of the camera as well today. I'm trying to see if I could get a horizontal arm where the cards could be much visible for you. But I hope that it's much better than the earlier days. Alright, let's jump right back to this. So this is the astrology deck that I have. The message that I have for you from the astrology is the midheaven. Midheaven is the card which talks about the pinnacle of anything in your life. Now, the message that I'm channeling right now is that the fortune may be coming to favor you now. Your ninth house may be active in your horoscope. Ninth house is the house of your father, your guru, teachers, and the fortune as well. Ninth house also talks about religion and spirituality. Now this may be coming active, and Mars may have an influence on your ninth house. So Mars may be the lord or the sublord or the co-lord of the ninth house in your chart. Mars could be aspecting your ninth house. What I'm trying to communicate now is that remember how I talked about the fruits of your labor are still waiting. You have put in the right efforts, but then the results are awaited. This may be the time now, let's say within next 7 weeks, to 7 months, you may be getting that fruit of your labor. And if it's about, if the question that you have on your mind is about your career or profession, then I'm seeing that you are landing a leadership role with a very good salary. And this could be one of those days, or this could be the stage in your career where you could be landing at the pinnacle of your job roles, the pinnacle of your hierarchy. So most probably you may be landing a top-notch leadership role in your organization. If it's about your personal life, then you may be leading from the front in any projects or in any situations in your life, and you are taking the leadership role in that area of your life. Let's say that it's about relationships then, and if you have been a passive contributor in that relationship, then now you will see a 360-degree change. You will be leading from the front, and you will be the one who will be making and putting in a lot of efforts. There will be a lot of communication, and there will be a lot of action as well. This is what the astro message is for you for the month of July. The psychic reading card says 3 monkeys. As you would have heard that story, that each of these monkeys, if you see, these are denoted by the beings. There is a message that each of these creatures are trying to communicate. One, that do not speak ill of others, do not view or watch ill, and do not listen to the ill messages or ill words as well. Well, the message that I have for you is, remember at the start of the reading I said that I'm seeing some deception, I'm seeing some stealing, I'm seeing some trickery at play in your immediate environment in the month of July. However, the message from your guides is that you should not be a part of these deception. You should not be a part of these tricks. You should not be a part of these methods or these environments which are being operated around you. You should be leading the righteous path. You should be following your values. You should be following your culture, and you should be only focusing on your work. You should always be thinking about the righteousness of the people and the beings around you. You should not be the one who should be seeing ill, who should be talking ill behind someone's back, or who should be listening to the crap that the people have to say. If you come across these situations, then get yourself away from those situations, is what your guides are wanting you to know. What are your ancestors talking about for the month of July, Aries? I've got the Stargazer. Stargazer is an ancestor who asks you to set your sights higher, which means that right now, let's see that the camera is focused here, and you are seeing this view where you are seeing these cards. But let's say if I lift this camera up, then what's going to happen is you are going to view the much larger picture here. You are going to view the laptop as well, let's see, and the other stuff that I may have been keeping on the table. What the message for you is that they want you to go higher as far as your vision is concerned. So let's say when you ride a white bicycle or when you ride a bike, the vision may be 50 meters or 100 meters long. But if you ride a safari, or if you ride a truck, a mini truck, then the view may be going as far as, let's say, 200 to 300 meters, which means that the moment you go higher, the vision to see things also goes higher. And how can you do that? Let's say that you are running a department or you are running a project in your life, and you have a limited view of that. Now, if you start meditating, if you start following the rituals, the spiritual practices, if you start finding a guru, and let's say you start doing the Kriya yoga, what's going to happen is your energy is going to rise up. The spark is going to happen in your Muladhara chakra or the root chakra, and then the energy which is situated there in the form of a coiled snake energy. It's going to rise up, and then touching each of your chakras, it's going to connect to the Sahasrara or crown chakra, which is at the top of your head. What this message is trying to say is that once you follow these practices, your view or your lens is going to magnify in a tremendous amount of way. And let's say that initially we talked about the deception and trickery at play, but if you have that view, you will be able to quickly see through these people or see through these situations around you, which means that nobody will be able to make use of you in any forms. Nobody will be able to deceive you. Nobody will be able to cheat on you in any situations in your life. So a very important message from your ancestors, they are right around you, which is why they can see what's going to happen or what's waiting for you in the month of July. And that's why what they are asking for you is go up and magnify the glass or magnify the lens of your telescope that you have. Lastly, I have the message from the moon as well, and the message is a win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. Full moon in Libra talks about justice. When you know the scales are balanced, that's when the full moon is in Libra. But the full moons are, the message from the full moon is always to leave something which is not working in our lives. When the full moon is placed in the sign of Libra, then it clearly wants to say that if there is a situation in your life where you felt or you saw that you had the less of the share, or you had the lesser part of the things in your code, then now the July month is going to be a situation where you would actually be made equal, or how do we say that, you would actually be made even in those situations. So overall, a very strong reading for you, Aries. Besides a couple of situations that you need to be wary of, and the fact that there is going to be some more wait before you reap the rewards for the labor that you have put in since last couple of months or since last 7 months. And especially the messages from your angels, guides, spirits and ancestors on following the righteous path, getting an opportunity and landing the pinnacle of your profession or your career, and then following some practices to enhance the lens of where through which you see the world. And finally, a situation coming out to favor you, or the fortune favoring you, and then getting you what you really wanted, to have that win-win situation with a project, a person, or some other situation in your life. It could be health as well. All right, I hope you will like this, and if this resonates with you, then I request that you do like, share and subscribe, and then follow me follow the other channel as well, where I specifically talk about spirituality and other stuff of your life. And if you need the readings, or if you need the healing sessions, because I do the healings through various mystical methods, then do get in touch with me. Also, I will be posting an astrology reading for the transits. So this month, 29th of June, tomorrow, Venus is going to transit to Taurus, and Taurus occupies your second house of family, second house of your bank balance, and second house of your values. So very powerful and important transit for you, Aries. But then I'll collate this reading for all 12 signs, and then I'll post an audio of that reading for the transit. Until then, you take care. Jai Guruji, Jai Mahakali.